My career that I was originally so excited about, that I was dreaming about, that I worked so hard to get, was in pharmacy. It still is. What became my prison, right? For years, right after I graduated pharmacy school, within about a couple weeks, I realized that I made a choice that I wasn't so happy about anymore, right? That's to put it lightly. And every day after that, it kept getting worse and worse. And that was the kicker, is you know, I kind of was raised when I was younger watching my dad struggle, right? He struggled at work every day. He didn't like what he did, and he was always trying to find another way out, but it didn't happen, right? And he just hated his job, and he would come home and just be so distant and upset about what was going on, what was wrong at work. And you know, I promised myself at a young age that I wasn't going to do that, right? So that's why I picked pharmacy. And you know, lo and behold, weeks into the profession that I was, you know, went to school for a long time for, I was like, I'm stuck. I'm my dad right now, and I was reacting the same way. I was coming home, and I was just tired and exhausted, and just, you know, I was not present with my friends or my family, and I just really regretted what I'd done. And that was years that I lived like that, and I just get so stressed at work and angry, and before I went to work, I'd be just thinking these thoughts in my head, and just like, man, how am I going to make it today? How am I going to survive? And you know, I get there early and try to get the work done, and I'd work as hard as I could all day, and I still ended up staying late every day. And no matter what I did, I just felt trapped, right? I couldn't get out. And I started getting into personal development a couple years back, and I was like, okay, this is cool. You know, maybe I can feel better. And they would say, you know, just think good thoughts. And I'd say, okay, well, how do you think good thoughts when you just feel terrible every day? Or they'd say, you know, just find a new job, you know, just start a new business and just do that. But it's like, well, you know, I mean, I can't do that now. I have student dads, I have kids, you know, I have a family. I can't just, you know, start doing this. You know, I have responsibilities. And I said there had to be some better way. And so I started doing these tips and strategies. I found NLP, is this great NLP book, and neuro-linguistic programming and neuroassociative conditioning. And I was doing all these crazy, silly moves at work, and people were like, dude, you are a weirdo, you know? I like doing these weird, like, jumping jacks and whatever. And everybody looked at me like I was really weird, but, you know, I just kept doing them. And eventually, things started working for me at work. I started enjoying it just a little bit more. And the more I did it, the more it worked, the faster I got at it, the faster I started feeling better about work, the less stressed I started feeling. I didn't change my job. The job was still the same. I started changing. And when I started making that discovery that I was the one who was responsible for my happiness, I was that voice inside my head, I was responsible for not being stressed, I was the one who was responsible for changing my environment, at least locally, that's when things started really changing for me. And people are like, dude, what's different about you? Like why are you changed so much? And I was like, well, you know, you do this and you do that, and other people started doing it, and they started doing it. And that's why I started Unstoppable RX, because, you know, I looked around and I saw people in their jobs in pharmacy and just in their jobs in general. They were stuck. They didn't have anywhere to go. They were upset and angry because, you know, they weren't appreciated. You know, customer service in retail is tough, and people are really mean, and you still have to be nice. And I said, hey, you know, why don't I share some of these tools that I've learned here with other people? And that's what I started finding, is that other people can be free in their careers. You can be free, no matter how stuck or trapped or upset or angry or stressed or cynical or whatever it is that you're feeling about your job. It doesn't have to be that way. And I'm here to share that with you. It's not just, I think positive thoughts. I think positive thoughts. There are ways and tools that help you move past it without having to change jobs, without having to marry a millionaire, without having to win the lottery. You can actually enjoy where you are right now. And I really hope you can make sure you like and follow this page, and I will share with you exactly how you can do that for free, because that's what I want to do. I want to help you at least somewhat enjoy what you do, depending on where you're at. I mean, I know at first for me, it was just like, how can I even just make it to work and not feel miserable? And if you're at that point, you don't have to. Or if you're at the point now where you're like, okay, it's starting to feel a little better, you can take it to the next step where you actually feel excited and passionate about your job. So that's all I want to share right now. I just want to speak from the heart. I was just thinking about that time and that dark time in my life, and now I think about it and just think about my days at work, and they're just so much better than they can be for you too. I hope you find some value from this, and I hope you enjoy yourself, and make sure you click and like if you like this page and follow it. And I guarantee you can make some change in your life. You don't have to feel like you do right now. Take care. There is hope.